Hello. I am an electrosensitive person and like to tell you about EHS. EHS stands for electro-hypersensitivity. The word sensitivity is often misunderstood. It means being vulnerable. Almost everybody is vulnerable to something more than electro-hypersensitivity means being vulnerable to electromagnetic fields. The fields from electricity and from radiation from wireless. Electrosensitive people are just like everybody else. Take me, for instance. I had a normal life. I graduated at university, and I got also a master's degree at another one. I found a good job. I built my own business. Later on, I became partner in a consultancy firm. I was married. I had a family, I had a nice house, and I had a good income. All I ever dreamt of was there, and the future just looked so bright. And yet, over the course of time, it became more and more clear that something was interfering with my life. I was well trained. I biked a lot, used to run twice a week, and suddenly in 1998, my heart rate for hours didn't come down after running. And whatever I tried, I never could run again. Other strange things started to happen. I could get total blackouts. At the office, I got trouble thinking, so I tried to work at home, in the attic. But there the problems were the same. Downstairs was the only place where I could get things done. And in the meantime, there was this exciting development of phones going on. I really loved it. Became available for the common public. I was one of the first to have it. And more business. I thought I should have a camera on it, an agenda, and a dictaphone. And I thought, what takes them so long to develop these things? I didn't understand. I couldn't see that these wireless developments could be the cause of my health problems. I didn't even think things like that were possible. I just felt guilty being this weak. But my situation got worse every day. In 2001, I had to give up. I was exhausted. I had terrible headaches and my body ached everywhere. I got several infections at the same time. I took all the necessary steps to recover but wasn't able to. All the physicians acknowledged my being ill. Find cause. No one could help. And so after 2 years, I was still sick. I lost my job. It took another 6 years to find out the real cause. Terribly ill. I was dizzy all the time. I had a swollen face. I was in constant pain. And when taking walks, often my blood sugar level got too low. I could no longer take in any information. I couldn't bear noise nor light. I always at the same step on the stairs, my legs seemed to refuse to bear me. And there was no place in the house left where it felt right anymore. I had my bed moved downstairs and it stayed there, because it felt there was the best place to be. Then, 2 things happened that led me to the cause. One day I took place behind the computer, and my heart instantly started pounding hard. I couldn't stay there. I had to move away. Another time, I turned on the light during the night, but I experienced such extreme pain that I had to turn it off. Just then, I knew. It all had to do with electricity. Measurements. I had found the best place in the house where the level of radiation and fields from electricity got turned off. A cage of Faraday was built around my bed, and in that cage I finally was able to sleep again. They told me I'm EHS, but I didn't want that to be. I thought it was crazy. Well, maybe that it could be true for electricity, but radiation, no, never. But they proved living without wireless tools did help, as did the shielding of the house. And I noticed I couldn't be near antennas. Now I knew where they were. Since then, I always have to stay out of the fields. over and over again, being in the radiation brings on symptoms again. As being an electrosensitive, I have to accept the constraints coming with it. What are those constraints? Well, I have to stay in the safe parts of my shielded house, and I can't use much electricity. I can be in the wood, no antennas, but further I can't go anywhere. I can't go by train or plane. I can't take part in all kinds of activities. I can't go to church. I can't go to concerts. I can't shop. I can't go see my friends nor family. And I hope I never have to be in hospital. I just can stay nowhere outside without getting sick. And I'm sure this is true for every person with EHS. No one is ever happy with this diagnosis. But despite the extreme consequences it may have, once one has found out repeatedly the symptoms fade away outside the fields, no doubts are possible whether one is electrosensitive. And that's why I think it's absolutely necessary for society to take into account the needs of the electrosensitive people. Electrosensitive people are just like everybody else.
Reducing EMF exposure can reduce EHS. For white zone, areas without any cell services are needed, as well as more low EMF work places. 21st century guidelines for tackling both biological and thermal impacts of EMFs are long overdue.
Thank you.